Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we are playing Farming Simulator 15 on Chellington Extended on the RDAllen multiplayer server. Just myself on at the moment, and I decided we'll work on a little mowing here. Looks like the cows could use a little mixed rations, and for that I noticed we don't have any silage up by the farm, so I'm going to see if we can make some silage out of this. We do have plenty of silage down by the biogas plant, but that would require transporting it up to the farm in some sort of fashion and then having to store it at the farm in some sort of fashion. So, seeing as how we do have a couple of bunkers by the farmyard there, figured we'll just mow a little grass up here on field 49, and then we'll make some silage with that. Anyway, as far as things have progressed on the server, I think we're pretty much at the point we have everything we need, and well, that's interesting outside the map. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else other than pretty much rinse, lather, and repeat, I guess you could say. Yeah, definitely interesting. You can look outside the map here. Oh, that's cool view. Oh, can't do that, can I? I gotta stay looking out like that. Kind of hard to drive this way. Anyway, let's go back topside here so I can actually see where I'm going. Using the Krone Big M500 here. And one thing you folks may pick up on here, it is not doing a windrow with it. It does show an option there, enable wide spreading, actually, and if I change it around to enable swath deposit, no change. So, not sure what's wrong with this Big M, but it doesn't do a windrow. Which, at least for me, is not the end of the world. I mean, it doesn't do a windrow. Oh well, we got a nice windrower there that I can use instead. It's not necessarily the biggest windrowers there, but it is the second size down, still a very large windrower. And yes, as you can see, it has been mowed already. I started on this previously, and obviously I wasn't able to finish and got back on, and the grass is already regrown, so we'll just mow it again. I didn't quite finish the field, so if you look over that way, you can see that part of the field has not been done yet. And it occurs to me I could probably set this up with a GPS mod. I'm not sure why I'm just manually steering here, but oh well. Anyway, folks, taking into consideration, like I said, it looks like we're probably getting to the point we need to wrap up this map. We've pretty much done everything. We haven't done a whole lot of forestry. I'm not sure why that is, if maybe just not a real forestry-focused map, maybe. We have done a little bit, or someone has done a little bit of forestry, I should say. But at least myself, and I don't think most of the others have done any forestry either. Probably, like I said, time to maybe start looking at another map. So what I'm probably going to do, like I did last time, I'm going to pick up a couple maps. I'll probably take a lot of the maps from the last voting, put another poll up, and if folks want to vote on what the next map should be. Northeast I will not be in the selection, obviously. That obviously multiplayer did not work out so well. So yes, I'll put another poll up, and if folks can, just it should be up in the top right corner again, I do believe. Click on that and vote on whatever map you think should be next on the multiplayer server. And we'll, yeah, figure out what the next map will be. It'll probably be a good week or so before I actually get around to changing the map around. Like I mentioned here, I think it was a couple episodes ago or a couple days ago, something like that. I've been really busy at work, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to even play on the multiplayer server. But hopefully it is looking quite a bit lighter schedule-wise in the next couple of weeks at work. So, one, I'll hopefully have time to actually play on my multiplayer server, and two, hopefully have time to actually find a new map and change it over. There's also another map from the makers of Pleasant Valley coming out, or I think it's just the maker of Pleasant Valley map coming out. I think it was just one person behind that, I don't remember now. But there's another map going to be, I'm assuming, similar to Pleasant Valley coming out at some point. As far as I know, it is not out yet, but like I said, it will be coming out at some point. And once it is out, we'll definitely be picking that up for the multiplayer server. At least that's the plan anyway. Or maybe we'll wait just a little bit, let them work the bugs out, then we'll pick it up. I'm not sure, but definitely want to play on another one of those maps. That was definitely a lot of fun, in my opinion, multiplayer. With the abilities that were in Pleasant Valley anyway. Don't think I've ever seen a map quite like that before. And so far, I don't think I've seen another map quite like that so far. So, yeah, it's interesting to see if we do get another one. And I will have to say, so far, at least as far as Chellington Extended goes, it definitely has been one of my more favorite maps, I should say. Definitely ranks up there pretty high. Very, very nicely done map. Nice terrain, nice amount of detail. Runs very smoothly. Aside from the lag issues we were having, which we fixed, by the way, we determined that I believe that is the CSZ tools, unfortunately. Very nice pack of forks and whatnot, but unfortunately it does cause lag, so they are on the server yet, but I probably should just get rid of them, make sure nobody can buy them. A couple days ago, somebody did go and buy a couple more of the CSZ tools, and just like that, the lag showed up, so it's like, yep, it has to be those. Which, like I said, it's kind of unfortunately too bad, because it is a really nice pack of forks and log forks and pallet forks and bale forks and lots of loader fork, front and loader fork, telehandler fork options. Let's put it that way. I think there's even a 3-point attachment, I believe what it is, that goes on the front of your tractor. So if your tractor doesn't have front loader attachment, you can actually use that. So pretty cool fork set, like I said. But unfortunately, obviously not a multiplayer friendly pack, apparently. At least from what I've seen so far, unfortunately. And of course, for those who have not seen it, we are talking about this pack here, the Equipment CSZ. So as you can see, yeah, I believe that's the adapter doohickey right there. And then you just got all these forks and bale grabbers and logging forks and, yeah, whatnot. Anyway, almost have this field mowed here, just a little bit more there. That would appear to be the lumber mill there. I actually have not even looked at that yet. Like I said, I have not done a whole lot of forestry on this map. There is a forestry area. It is up by between field 56 and 21 there. Right where it says forest, I guess. Some interesting trees on the map, that's for sure. Definitely a different type of trees than what I'm used to seeing. We get down with the row. I'll go actually tab over there a minute. And I was told by, I believe it was Harvey, who said the trees are actually quite realistic for the UK area. So, like I said, the trees look a little bit different, but he assured me they are quite realistic for what he at least sees in his area in the UK. So, yeah, like I said, very interesting looking trees, but according to Harvey, quite realistic to like what they look like in his area apparently. So, I don't know, to me it looks like there's a texture problem going on here, but kind of small, spindly looking trees. I'm not entirely sure what kind of trees these are supposed to be, but anyway. Doesn't look like a whole lot of work has been going on here. Someone obviously did clear a bit here. Makes one wonder, though, if we go to replant trees, what they're going to look like. If they look like this, or if they look like the normal in-game ones. I'm not sure. Anyway. Not exactly what we're here to do at the moment, so get back to our mowing mission. This Crone Big M doesn't have a hitch on the back either, so for those of you thinking put the Windrower behind it, that does not work either, unfortunately. Okay, looks like we could probably call this the last pass here. And then we'll get this windroad up, and then I'll probably have to hunt down a forage wagon. Probably won't be able to get this all done this episode. But we'll get as far as we can, and then I'll finish it up off screen, of course. Or somebody will finish it up off screen, probably. Typically what happens when I'm done recording, I usually leave the game for a little bit, go render up the video, then I hop back on, and sometimes by the time I hop back on, the job I started is already done. So, anyway, all that complete. Not a bad looking machine, it just, yeah, unfortunately does not have the swath part working on it. Okay. Looks like I must have been over just a little bit more the first time I mowed this here. Also, for when we do the next map, and like I said, it'll probably be a week or two yet before I get around to it. Like I said, work's still somewhat busy, but should be slacking off here in a bit. I probably will be keeping a lot of the same mods we have now. Obviously, I'll be taking out some of the, what we know are problematic mods, like the CSE tools and whatnot. Maybe replace those with a couple other good mods I can find. But probably for the most part, we'll be keeping the mods we currently have. Maybe change it up a little bit. But I think at least at the moment, the mods we have are quite good, I think. Like I said, a couple problematic ones and ones that maybe are not so good. But for the most part, we got some good mods. And we'll probably just keep them for the next map on the multiplayer server here. It's always hard finding mods that work well and don't constantly crash a multiplayer game, so at least at the moment we do have some pretty good mods that are not causing any troubles. Well, aside from the CSE pack, like I said, but those weren't necessarily causing the game to crash, they were just causing a lot of lag, so not sure what was up with that, like I said, but we'll definitely replace that, or either that, just get rid of it, or find something better, I'm not sure. I know those on the multiplayer server suggest mods to me every now and then as well. I'll have to look through that list of suggestions I got, see what we can put on the multiplayer server. Oh, it looks like the sun is going down. Kind of a cool little sunset over there. Anyway, let's see if we can read a couple of comments here a moment. Starting with Rosie, where can I get that case you're using from on the SOS Novka map there? I'm assuming referring to that two-wheel drive case I have. I will have to look at the mod list because I'm not entirely sure where I got that from. And just a reminder here again, for those of you looking for the mods I have, there should be a link in the description below for a mod list for all the mods I have, or at least most of the mods I have anyway. I do occasionally forget to put the link in the mod list, but for the most part they should all be there. And at least that way then you folks don't have to wait for me to link the mod for you. You can find it right in the list. It's just a Word document is all it is. So nothing super fancy there. And yes, unfortunately there's probably some links in there that don't work. In fact, I know there's a couple links in there that don't work anymore. But at the time I got the mod, that is where I got it from, so... Opalex was saying, yeah, I hate Courseplay because it just randomly starts driving to the first checkpoint. It's not so much that Courseplay will start driving to the first checkpoint. That is actually something you can change. You know, you set the start point. Do you want it to start at the first waypoint, nearest waypoint, or the current waypoint? I'm not entirely sure what the point of the current waypoint does. It seems like it always just does the nearest waypoint. Unless, of course, you're actually starting and stopping a course, then it will actually do the current, but for the most part, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of use for the current waypoint option. But yeah, the part I don't get, and I think I mentioned this in SOS Novka there, when you start the course, you know, it'll go to, let's say I started at the first waypoint. It goes to the first waypoint. Sometimes it'll go straight to the combine, unload the combine or chopper or whatever you have it doing. And other times it just drives the course, you know, goes to the bunker, goes to the emptying spot, whatever. It's like, why does sometime it do that? You know, why does it go to the bunker one time and the other time, oh, it goes to the combine first? Never quite got why it did that. Nightwolf was saying, in courseplay, have the tractors load up on the harvested side of the field, so they're not driving on the crop. I think that's where the problem was lying with courseplay. You were probably right on that. The only thing is I didn't change it, so why was it doing it differently? I don't quite get that. Like I said, same course I was using last time. Same vehicle, same tractor, same course. Everything was the same. Why was it screwing up this time around? Also, I'm not sure if I can actually get the tractors to actually line up on the harvested side of the field. You can tell them to do a side, but I don't know if there's an option to actually do the, harvested side of the field, if you will. I don't know if there's actually an option for that. I'll have to look and see what the side options are. Typically I just like to leave it at the default and let courseplay figure it out. Unfortunately, at times that doesn't seem to work too well, and courseplay doesn't entirely figure it out too well. Okay, get this little bit on the end of the field here done. Looks like maybe another 2 passes, and we'll have this field wrapped up here. Why is the Windrower missing bits there? Not sure. Oh well. Anyway, Delcom was saying when recording a course play, when reversing, yeah, you must do it without the tipper. The trigger is behind the truck, and yes, as soon looking at what Delcom was posting here, doesn't quite make sense what he said here, but anyway, I think I get what he's saying, and yes, he is correct. You do have to do it without the trailer on. I actually went and checked that after I was done recording. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. You have to do it without the tipper on, or trailer, or wagon, or whatever you want to call it. And basically, as soon as you add the tipper, it will set the trigger point. So yes. Next time we're playing on Sosnovka there, or if I do it off screen, I'm not sure. I will try re-recording that course yet again. See if we can get it right and to actually work for a change. It's actually quite a bit wider up at this end of the field than I thought. Okay, maybe more than 2 passes yet. Actually, you know what? Let's lower that down. That would probably help. Delcom was saying there on the previous episode of Sosnovka, my thoughts as to why you cannot go over 12 miles 12 miles per hour was because the pipe was unfolded. He says he could be wrong in that, but that's the only thing he can think of. And unfortunately, I think you were probably wrong on that. You might be partially right on that. I'm not sure, but I did actually go and fold the pipe up, and it still only went 12 miles an hour. So, because I actually did think of that. Ooh, it's like, I wonder if because it's unfolded. I mean, in mind you, it's only a pipe, but maybe just the way the game works, maybe because it thinks the pipe is unfolded, it can only go 12. So I did actually fold it back up. Did not make a difference at all. So I'm thinking there's actually just like a bug or something with that particular overloader, or with the Terra variant, or whatever the bug lies. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a bug there somewhere, I think, as to why you can only do 12 miles an hour at times. Oh, that was a bad leg spike with lights, my goodness. Typically, I don't have too much problem turning the lights on. I'm not sure why that was an issue. Like I said, it might be something with the lights on this particular tractor. I don't know. Okay, looks like probably 2 more passes now, and we'll have this field wrapped up finally. And also, someone will notice the grass actually looks quite yellow after you're done cutting it. I know a couple of people think that's quite unrealistic. I actually find it to be somewhat realistic myself. At least where I live, typically when you're done mowing a grass field, it usually looks kind of dead. Just because, you know, it gets mowed so short and all that's left are the kind of the deadish looking stalks. Now, obviously, after maybe a week or two, it starts to green up again, but at least after the initial cutting, it does look quite dead, and I would say this actually looks, at least in my opinion, quite realistic. Like I said, I know a couple people don't think it's that realistic, and possibly for where they live, maybe it's not, but at least where I live, it does very much look correct to me. Okay, there we go. We got that all windrowed. Now I gotta go find a forage wagon of some sorts and pick this up. Anyway, folks, I think with that, we'll wrap up the episode there. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.